It's a crisp morning in Michigan. You're sitting at your kitchen table, sipping coffee, and scrolling through Zillow, realtor.com, and every possible home listing site like it's a part-time job. Then, bam, there it is. The perfect home, great location, big backyard, finished basement. You think, this is it. This is the one. You text your realtor, let's make an offer right now. And before they even respond, the home is pending. Sound familiar? Or maybe you're on the other side, a seller who thought the market was still hot, expecting 10 offers over asking in the first weekend, only to be met with crickets. Let's talk about this a little bit. So what's really happening in Michigan's housing market right now? Are we still in a seller's market? Are bidding wars still a thing? Should you buy now or wait? And most importantly, how do you actually win if you're buying a home this spring? The Michigan housing market has changed, but in many ways it's still the same old high demand, low inventory story we've been dealing with for years. The difference now, buyers who are prepared and strategic are the ones winning. But don't you worry, I'm breaking it all down today with real stats, expert forecasts, and a few horror stories from buyers who didn't have a game plan so you don't have to make the same mistake. Before we dive in, if you're serious about buying this year or next year or a million years from now, I put together a free how to win a bidding war guide with strategies that have helped my clients secure homes even when they weren't the highest offer. It's linked in the description below. What's really happening in Michigan's housing market right now? Every time you turn on the news, there's a different story. One day the market is crashing. The next day, houses are selling so fast you need a jetpack to get to a showing in time. So which is it? Let's look at the actual data. As of March 2025, the statewide median home price sits at around $241,804, up 5% from last year. Metro Detroit's median home price has climbed to $299,450, which was a 4.3% increase year over year, while Grand Rapids is forecasted to see a 1.5% price increase by August 2025. So no, prices aren't crashing, they're still rising, just at a more manageable pace compared to the 15 to 20% annual jumps we saw over the pandemic. Experts predict prices will keep rising between 3 to 5% throughout 2025. The reason? Supply and demand. Why there still aren't enough homes for sale? If you feel like there's nothing on the market, you're absolutely right. Michigan currently has 32% fewer homes for sale than what's considered a balanced market. A big reason is that many sellers don't want to move. Homeowners who locked in a 3% or less mortgage rate during the pandemic aren't exactly eager to trade up to today's 6.25 or higher rate. If you had a golden ticket to low monthly payments, you'd probably hold on to it too. On top of that, builders aren't keeping up with demand. While home construction is increasing, it's still not enough, especially in fast-growing areas like Grand Rapids and Ann Arbor and the outskirts that surround them. And then there's the millennial effect. Millennials are now the largest group of home buyers, and we talk about this again and again and again, and they're finally tired of renting. The problem, there aren't enough homes to go around. So what happens when demand outweighs supply? You get bidding wars. Before I get into how to win a bidding war, let's talk about what not to do, because I see these mistakes all the time and they're 100% avoidable. The first big mistake, waiting too long to get pre-approved. I've had buyers tell me they want to just look around before talking to a lender, then they fall in love with the home, scramble to get financing, and by the time they're ready, the house is gone. The second mistake, assuming cash buyers always win. While cash is great, I've seen strategic financing beat cash offers. The key is structuring your offer the right way, and I'll show you exactly how in a minute. And finally, making a weak first offer, thinking you'll negotiate later. That's another issue too. And really, that's highly situational on what's going on with that house and how many offers are on it. In today's market, if a home is priced well, it's not sitting very long. Buyers who lowball don't really get countered, they get ignored. And again, it's highly situational in the house because I'm all for lowballing if it makes sense. Are bidding wars still happening? Yes, and they're still competitive in popular price ranges. Right now, 35% of homes in Michigan still receive multiple offers. If you're serious about buying, you just need a strategy. I recently had a buyer who was up against 6 offers. They weren't the highest bid, but we used some of the tactics in my guide to stand out, and stand out we did. That combination got them the house, beating out higher offers because the seller wanted a sure thing. This is why strategy matters more than just throwing money at a deal and seeing if it sticks. To win, buyers are using fully underwritten loans instead of just pre-approvals, making their offers nearly as strong as cash. They're also offering flexible terms, like giving sellers extra time to move after closing. Some are even writing personal letters to sellers, which, believe it or not, can still tip the scales in competitive situations, and I've seen it myself. This all sounds extremely overwhelming, and it is, and that's why I put together that guide, and that is in the description. It's linked below if you want to check it out. Should you buy now or wait? It's a tough question, and it's something that you have to ask yourself. If you're waiting for the perfect time, it's probably never coming. If interest rates drop, home prices will rise. If rates increase, affordability gets tougher. The best move, if you find the right home at a fair price, jump on it. If you can always refinance later, of course, a lot of people say that, but you have to be sure that you can afford the house at the price it is now instead of what somebody promised it would be later. But you can't rewind and buy at last year's prices. So here's your 3-step game plan. First, get pre-approved now before competition picks up. Second, have a strong offer strategy. Don't just throw out a number and hope for the best. And third, you got to get that guide that's in the description. Now I want to hear from you. What's been your biggest struggle in Michigan's housing market? Finding a home, competing with other buyers, figuring out when to buy? Drop a comment below on what your thoughts are. And if you want to actually win in this market, again, grab the free guide in the description below. Thanks for watching. Until next time.